First, let's see what is genetic nursing. It's a nursing specialty that helps to provide genetic health care to patients. So, as a nurse, you have to educate the patients about genetics and the role of genetics in the health. The main aim of the topic is to discuss practical applications of genetics in nursing. So, the first practical application is to redefine and renovate the disease and health concepts. So, with the advances in the genetics, we are redefining and renovating the disease and health concepts. The second practical application is to recognize a newborn at risk of suffering with genetic disorder or condition. The third practical application of genetics is to understand the genetic basis of health and disease. So we have to know why the disease is occurring. What is the genetic basis? Why people are healthy? What is the genetic basis? So to understand the genetic basis of health as well as diseased conditions. The fourth practical application is to identify individuals who are asymptomatic but at high risk of having genetic diseases. The patient may look very healthy and happy. The patient is usually asymptomatic, but he may be at high risk of having genetic disease. So we have to identify such individuals who are asymptomatic but are more prone for genetic conditions. Another practical application is to guide individuals about prevention of genetic diseases. So we have to identify the individuals who are at risk and we have to prevent future generations from getting the genetic disorder. To identify couples at risk of having a child with genetic disease. So couples are the more important reproductive population in the society. So we have to identify the couples who are having a risk of having a child with genetic disease. If we can stop them, if we can counsel them, we can prevent genetic diseases in the community. Now let's see what are the important domains in genetics. So we can screen for genetic disorders, we can prevent the genetic disorders, we can help in diagnosing the genetic disorder, we can tell the patients about the prognosis of particular genetic disorder and selection of treatment, monitoring of treatment effectiveness. Almost everything we have to do, like we have to screen, we have to tell them the pathways of prevention, we have to tell the patients about treatment options available, and we have to counsel them about the prognosis of the genetic condition, and we have to help them in selecting the treatment. Finally, to monitor the treatment effectiveness. See, screening for genetic disorder. This was the first domain. So under screening, we can simply divide it into reproductive population screening and non-reproductive population screening. Reproductive population screening means screening a pregnant woman. So we can screen a pregnant woman with the simple technique ultrasonography. So we have to ask the pregnant woman to go for ultrasound to look for any fetal anomalies. Fetal anomalies can occur in many genetic disorders. Slowly we'll learn. And also we can go for invasive procedures like amniocentesis. If ultrasound is normal but still you are suspecting a pregnant woman of having a child with genetic disorder, then you can go for invasive technique like amniocentesis. In this way, you can screen a pregnant woman. So, non-pregnant population like males are there, other children are there. So, we have to screen a population which is at high risk of genetic condition. Like Ashkenazi Jews are more prone for some storage disorders like Tay-Sachs disease, etc. So we have to screen Ashkenazi Jews for Tay-Sachs disease. If we screen them in the early age, we can prevent the disease severity. We can also screen families with already having a history of genetic condition. So these are the screening methods. In reproductive population, that means we have to screen pregnant ladies, and in non-reproductive population we can screen the families who are already having history of genetic condition. The next domain is pathways of prevention, under which we have two headings: diagnostics and selection of treatment. Diagnostics, you can go for prenatal diagnosis, or you can go for sophisticated DNA analysis techniques. So before birth of the child, you can ask the parents to go for prenatal diagnosis. After the birth of the child, to diagnose any genetic condition, you can ask them to go for sophisticated DNA analysis techniques. So, what is the selection of treatment? You have to explain the patient about the available treatment options and its cost, what are the side effects of treatment, and what is the prospectus in terms of cure. Like whether it is completely curable, partially curable, or it is not curable. You have to tell the patients. Now let us see what is the impact of genetic conditions and family. So, to know the impact of genetic condition on families and populations, uh, to know the changes of disease recurrence in fetus, whether the disease reoccurs in the fetus or it won't reoccur. To study which families and populations are at risk. We have to know who are the relevant family members to share the information about genetic condition of a particular individual. We can't tell randomly any person about the genetic condition of the particular family member. We have to select a proper family member to share the information of genetic condition. And how the decision about having children is affected by genetic profile. If mother undergoes prenatal diagnosis by simple ultrasonography, then she can decide whether she can go for next pregnancy or not. There is one model called Family Systems Genetic Illness Model. FSGI, Family Systems Genetic Illness Model. So, genetic and other factors placing individuals at risk for a disorder. It will tell about the genetic factors and other factors which places an individual at risk for a genetic disorder. It also talks about significant family and social variables. And it will tell about professionals who are involved in providing care, like nurses, doctors, technicians. All people will play a role in providing care to patients having genetic diseases. What are the key characteristics of this model, FSGI model, Family Systems Genetic Illness Model? So the first key characteristic is likelihood of development of a genetic condition based on the mutational status. So based on the mutation, we can tell whether this genetic condition is going to affect the next generation or not. Next, the clinical severity of the genetic condition and timing of expected onset in the life cycle. Few disorders present at birth, few disorders present in the middle age, and few disorders may present later in the life. It also tells about effective treatment interventions. Thank you.